Seven Dials Mystery. Chapter 21. "Good God!" whispered Mr. Eberhart. His face turned very pale. George looked at Superintendent Battle with a serious, disappointed expression. "Is this true, Battle? I trusted you to handle everything." Battle remained perfectly calm and showed no emotion. "Even the best of us fails sometimes, sir," he said quietly. "So you mean the document is actually gone?" To everyone's surprise, Battle shook his head. "No, Mr. Lomax, it isn't that bad. Everything is fine. But I'm not the one who saved it. You should thank this young lady." He pointed to Lorraine, who looked at him in confusion. Battle walked over to her and gently took the brown paper package she was holding. "I think you will find what you are looking for in here," he said to Mr. Lomax. Sir Stanley Digby was faster than George. He grabbed the package, tore it open, and looked inside eagerly. He let out a sigh of relief and wiped sweat from his forehead. Mr. Eberhart grabbed his invention, the child of his brain, hugged it tightly, and started speaking quickly in German. Sir Stanley turned to Lorraine and shook her hand warmly. "My dear young lady," he said, "we are very grateful to you." "Yes, definitely," George added, "though He stopped, feeling confused because he was looking at a woman he had never met before. Lorraine looked at Jimmy for help. Jimmy stepped in and said, "This is Miss Wade. She is Gerald Wade's sister." "I see," said George, shaking her hand. "My dear Miss Wade, thank you so much for what you've done. I must admit I don't quite understand how—" He stopped politely. 4 of the people in the room realized that explaining the situation would be very difficult. Superintendent Battle stepped in to help. "Perhaps we shouldn't discuss the details right now, sir," he suggested cleverly. Mr. Bateman, who was very organized, changed the subject. "Shouldn't someone check on O'Rourke? Don't you think we should call a doctor?" "Of course," George replied. "It was very careless of us not to think of that sooner." He looked at Bill. "Call Dr. Cartwright. Ask him to come. Try to hint that he should keep this matter a secret." Bill left to make the phone call. "I will go upstairs with you, Digby," said George. "Maybe we can do something to help while we wait for the doctor." George looked at Rupert Bateman for help. Rupert, nicknamed Pongo, was a very organized and efficient man who naturally took control of the situation. "Should I come with you, sir?" Rupert asked. George was relieved. He felt he could rely on Rupert. Everyone who met this young man felt they could trust him to handle things perfectly. The 3 men left the room. Lady Coote followed them, whispering sadly, "That poor young man. Maybe I can help him." "She is a very motherly woman," Superintendent Battle said quietly. "I wonder." The 3 people remaining looked at him, curious. "I was wondering," Battle said slowly, "where Sir Oswald Coote is." "Oh!" Lorraine gasped. "Do you think he has been murdered?" Battle shook his head at her. "There's no need to be so dramatic. No, I think—" He stopped and tilted his head to listen. He held up his hand to tell everyone to be quiet. A moment later, they all heard what Battle had heard first: footsteps on the porch outside. They were loud and clear, not at all like someone trying to hide. Then a large man appeared in the window, looking at them. In a strange way, he seemed to be the most powerful person in the room. It was Sir Oswald. He looked slowly at everyone in the room, noticing every detail: Jimmy with his bandaged arm, Bundle in her strange clothes, and Lorraine, whom he didn't know. Finally, he looked at Superintendent Battle and spoke in a sharp, professional voice. "What happened here, officer?" "Someone tried to rob the house, sir." "Tried, you say?" "Yes. Thanks to this young lady, Miss Wade, the thieves didn't get away with anything." "I see," Sir Oswald said. He held out a small Mauser pistol, holding it carefully by the handle. "And what about this?" "Where did you find that, Sir Oswald?" Battle asked. "On the grass outside. I assume one of the thieves dropped it while running away. I held it carefully because I thought you might want to check it for fingerprints." "You think of everything, Sir Oswald," Battle said. He took the gun carefully and put it on the table next to Jimmy's gun. "Now," Sir Oswald said, "I want to hear exactly what happened." Superintendent Battle gave a short summary of the night's events. Sir Oswald frowned. "I understand," he said. "After the man shot and hurt Mr. Thesiger, he ran away and threw his gun down. What I don't understand is why nobody chased him." "We didn't know there was anyone to chase until Mr. Thesiger told us what happened," Superintendent Battle said calmly. "Didn't you see him running away when you walked around the corner of the porch?" asked Sir Oswald. "No, I think I missed him by about 40 seconds. It's a dark night with no moon, so he would be impossible to see as soon as he left the porch. He must have jumped and run immediately after firing the shot." Sir Oswald said. "I still think you should have started a search. Someone should have been stationed outside." "I have 3 of my men in the yard," Battle said quietly. Sir Oswald looked surprised. "Oh, I told them to catch and hold anyone trying to leave the property." "And yet they didn't catch anyone?" "And yet they didn't catch anyone," Battle agreed seriously. Sir Oswald looked at him as if he was confused by Battle's words. He asked sharply, "Are you telling me everything you know, Superintendent Battle?" "I am telling you everything I know, Sir Oswald. What I think is different. I am thinking some very strange things. But until those thoughts lead to proof, there is no point in talking about them." "Even so," Sir Oswald said slowly, "I would like to know what you were thinking." "For one thing, sir, I think there is way too much ivy growing on this house. Excuse me, sir, you have a piece of it on your coat. Yes, too much ivy. It makes things difficult." Sir Oswald looked at Battle, but before he could say anything, Rupert Bateman walked in. "Oh, there you are, Sir Oswald. I'm so glad," Rupert said. "Lady Coote just realized you were gone, and she is convinced the thieves murdered you. I really think you should go to her right now. She is very upset." "Maria is a very silly woman," Sir Oswald said. "Why would anyone murder me? I'll come with you, Bateman." He left the room with the secretary. "That's a very capable young man," Battle said, watching them leave. "What is his name? Bateman?" Jimmy nodded. "Rupert Bateman. We usually call him Pongo. I went to school with him." "Did you? That's interesting, Mr. Thesiger. What did you think of him back then?" "Oh, he was always a bit of a bore," Jimmy replied. "I wouldn't have guessed he was a bore," Battle said gently. "Oh, you know what I mean. He isn't stupid. He has a lot of brains and always worked very hard, but he is way too serious. He has no sense of humor." "Ah," said Superintendent Battle, "that's a shame. People with no sense of humor take themselves too seriously, and that can lead to trouble." "I can't imagine Pongo getting into trouble," Jimmy said. "He's done very well for himself. He has made himself indispensable to Sir Oswald and will likely keep his job forever." "Superintendent Battle," Bundle called out. "Yes, Lady Eileen?" Battle answered. "Don't you think it's strange that Sir Oswald didn't explain why he was walking in the garden in the middle of the night?" Bundle asked. "Well," Battle replied, "Sir Oswald is a powerful man. Powerful men know they shouldn't explain themselves unless they are forced to. Making excuses is a sign of weakness. He knows that. He isn't going to come in here apologizing. Instead, he walks in and scolds me for not doing my job. He is a very impressive man." Battle sounded so full of admiration for Sir Oswald that Bundle stopped asking about him. "And now," said Superintendent Battle with a small smile, "since we are all being friendly, I want to know how Miss Wade happened to arrive at exactly the right moment." "She should be ashamed," Jimmy said. "She tricked all of us." "Why should I be left out?" Lorraine asked emotionally. "I never wanted to stay behind. Even on the first day in your office, when you both told me to stay home where it was safe, I had already decided to join in. I just didn't say anything." "I kind of expected that," Bundle said. "You were so unusually quiet and obedient. I should have known you were planning something." "I just thought you were being smart and reasonable," Jimmy added. "Of course you would think that, Jimmy," Lorraine teased. "It was very easy to trick you." "Thanks for the compliment," Jimmy joked. "Go on, keep talking. Don't mind me." When you called and said there might be danger, I was more determined than ever. I went to a department store and bought a gun. Here it is." She pulled out the small, elegant weapon. Superintendent Battle took it and looked it over. "It's a deadly little thing, Miss Wade. Have you practiced using it much?" "Not at all," Lorraine admitted, "but I thought if I brought it with me, it would make me feel safer." "I see," said Battle seriously. "My plan was to come here and see what was happening. I left my car on the road, climbed through the bushes, and walked up to the porch. I was looking around when, thud, something fell right at my feet. I picked it up and looked up to see where it came from. That's when I saw a man climbing down the ivy, and I ran away." "I understand," said Battle. "Now, Miss Wade, can you describe what the man looked like?" She shook her head. "It was too dark to see clearly. I think he was a large man, but that's all I know." Battle turned to Jimmy. "Now you, Mr. Thesiger, you fought with the man. Can you tell me anything about him?" "He was a big, strong guy, that's all I can say. He whispered some things in a rough voice when I was choking him. He said, 'Let me go, boss,' or something like that." "So he sounded like an uneducated man?" Battle asked. "Yes, I suppose so. He spoke like one." "I still don't understand why he dropped the package," Lorraine said. "Did he throw it down because it was in his way while he was climbing?" "No," said Battle. "I have a completely different theory about that. Miss Wade, I believe that package was thrown down to you on purpose." "To me?" she asked. "Let's say it was thrown to the person the thief thought you were." "This is getting very complicated," Jimmy said. "Mr. Thesiger, when you came into this room earlier, did you turn on the light?" "Yes." "And was there anyone in the room?" "No one at all." "But before that, you thought you heard someone moving around in here?" "Yes," Jimmy answered. "And then, after checking the window, you turned off the light again and locked the door." Jimmy nodded. Superintendent Battle looked slowly around the room. His eyes stopped on a large leather screen standing near a bookcase. Suddenly, he walked across the room and looked behind it. He let out a sharp cry of surprise, which made the three young people run to his side. Lying on the floor, completely unconscious, was the Countess Radzicki.